Of course I got another blunt roll. Y'all know what time it is. It's Smoker's Corner.
Break it down, twist it up, light it up. Break it down, twist it up, light it up. Break it down, twist it up, light it up. Break it down, twist it up, light it up. No, no. You should come chill with us.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Smoker's Corner. My name is TRENT, CEO and founder of Kid from 82nd Street. As always, we welcome you to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. You know, go ahead and hit the notification button too, so it'll let you know when we upload next. All right? Today, I want to talk about being vulnerable. You know what I mean? I already got my blunt rolled, so let's just dive right into it. What does it mean to be vulnerable? My definition of being vulnerable is exposing yourself, exposing who you are, exposing your mind, what's inside your temple. Vulnerable. It's an adjective exposed to the possibilities of being attacked or harmed either physically or emotionally. Now, many people see being vulnerable as a weakness. I see it as a strength though, because once you know your weaknesses, you can make them stronger, right? So, with that being said, I think we should be more vulnerable. Be vulnerable about the things that we love, about the things that we fear, about everything in this life. Why are people afraid to be vulnerable? I think people are afraid to be vulnerable because they've been hurt before. They're afraid to be judged, or they're afraid to feel like they're different. No one want to feel like an outsider. Everybody want to be accepted. So, why do you think it's important to be vulnerable? Be vulnerable with yourself, though. You know what I mean? Being real, like it requires courage to be real with yourself in your current situation. Do you think being vulnerable open up doors? I think being vulnerable open up doors because it allows you to be more trustworthy. And it's communicating your story. Everybody got their own personal story, and how you convey your story and how real you are about your story, it will allow people to see a different side of you. Why do you think it's important to be vulnerable? I think it's important to be vulnerable because nobody else can tell your story better than you can. And by you telling your story, of course you give room for criticism. But criticism is good though, because it allows you to see other people's point of views. How can one be more vulnerable? I think one can be more vulnerable by just looking in the mirror and telling themselves their own story, you know? You can have a boring story, you can come from nothing, but your boring might be somebody else's thrill, or somebody else's adventure, you know? You also have to be completely honest with yourself, completely honest about the situations you've been through. You can't deny anything that you went through. I know there's things in our past that some of us often wish that we can forget. I know I got a few things in my past that I wish I could forget, but to forget it would be to forget a part of who I am, because I believe those series of events help shape the person that I am today. And without those events, I wouldn't be the same person I am. I would be someone totally different. Look at how far you done came. You're not the same person you was yesterday. You might still be you, but you're definitely a different version of you. If anything, you've aged today. And a day really isn't that long. A week isn't that long. Hell, even a year isn't that long. It's just like the moment. That's all it is, the moment. What have you learned from being vulnerable? Before you can be vulnerable with the world, you gotta be vulnerable with yourself. So being vulnerable allowed me to see my flaws and to better myself. I think the best lesson that I've learned with being vulnerable is that you can always be comfortable with yourself, because you're always comfortable with who you are. And being comfortable with yourself allows you to be more confident in yourself, being confident in your abilities to succeed. How vulnerable do you think you are? I think I'm very vulnerable with myself. I think that I can honestly speak my truth and not be afraid of it. Not afraid of being judged. Not afraid of anything. Thank you again for joining another episode of Smokerscorner. We welcome you to like, share, and subscribe. We hope that you have another wonderful day. Pick your crown up and stay limitless.